Phew. Good scorpion bowl, but can you say brain freeze?
Not like I didn't tell you to slow down when you were trying to catch up to my early lead.
Anyhow, we left them hanging long enough with that would-be mashup, don't you agree?
Yup. Therefore the two that should be read one after each other, and it doesn't matter in what order, are those of Josh Harlan and Mark Beauboeuf. Each excellent in their own way. But, just trust me here, so much better when put together.
Sort of like peanut butter with prunes.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And credit to Josh Harlan for coming right out and reflecting on the works of philosophy from college which most informed his worldview. Some may say pretentious, but God forbid someone actually mention the lingering academic effects of one's Harvard experience.
Although of course we know we learn so much more from our peers than the actual books. Or something like that. LOL.
Oh yes, some housekeeping to do. While we were imbibing, I received a message to inform us that Dave Aronberg of course knows that the word Republican should be capitalized and, especially relevant in his case, Democrat should be capitalized.
The question that strikes me is what exactly was going on that day with whoever was editing his entry at the class report office. Surely, someone there can't be that regularly incompetent.
We'll just leave it that whoever was doing that editing should not have accompanied what they ate at lunch with the drink we called the Brandon Cox.
And that would be?
In honor of that lovable Iowans' triumph in the fall 1989 Harvard Band Mystery Punch Chugging Contest. The drink would be a mix of chocolate yoo-hoo, clamato, a variety of hard liquors, and some other unidentified liquids all dumped together into a punch bowl.
Well, indulging in that while on the job would certainly explain a capitalization error. So, Dave, have we covered you enough there? Or do we still have to watch our backs if we set foot in Palm Beach County LOL? And speaking of Brandon Cox, his entry was one of the best out there in terms of taking something of a reassessment in the midst of what has been an extremely successful business career. 17 steps forward, 1 step back, you know?
Yeah. Go Brandon. By the way, he wrote only time will tell whether I have to go back to get a real job. Our trustworthy sources have informed us that yes, he has indeed gone back to get a real job. Anyhow, we should also put in a few other quasi-public service announcements here. For those of you who find it too much of a burden to go all the way from A to Z and got stuck at say Y, or maybe only made it to page 384 of 386.
Well, I certainly went to the last page and a half. And knowing exactly what you refer to, I do find it pretty amazing that Jonathan Zinman and Eric Zitzewitz both are professors in the same department in the same university, Dartmouth Economics.
And we should remind people not to get too coasting along, as can happen around page 55 of any book, the CH section in this case, mostly people of Asian descent. Wait, am I allowed to say that? Yeah, why not? There is some un-PC stuff in the book, the most egregious perhaps being Tamar Shay Tannas, in an overall entry that makes you sincerely say wow, really impressive. Tamar actually admits to being inspired by one of those dead white male founding fathers. She writes this. Inspired by Ben Franklin, through self-study, I am acquiring language number 8, Italian. I mean we like Ben Franklin, he's from Philly, and he's the author of course of Fart Proudly and that essay about how older women can be so mum appreciative. But quoting one of those guys, that's courageous. Am I digressing too much? So anyhow back to that heavily Asian American or probably mostly of Asian descent CH section, no Quincy House references please, don't skip that section. If people don't give it the appropriate attention, they'd miss out on a few of the best and most thought-provoking entries of the entire class report.
So let's point out which 2 or 3 those would be. Nah, let's leave them hanging. Give me a couple minutes here to use the girls' room.